Hi, this is Robert Plinick, the owner of Brutal Iron Gym. I wanted to give an exercise tip on a way to increase mid-back development. The lower traps, rhomboids, kind of that dead spot in the middle of the back. There's a variation of cable seated rows that I love to do that is a great way to target that mid-back. Now, it's best used for any kind of like neutral grip or kind of close grip. I have a pretty cool handle right here from the company Maximum Advantage Grip mag handle. So you can see that, and you can see how the angle of the handles, you can see that they're not like a typical bar that you would grab. So the benefit of this is it's pretty cool because it's not a bar, so you kind of like hook your grip rather than grabbing it. So that by only hooking, you get less forearm and biceps, so it increases the back. And then that angle is really awesome for hitting kind of the lower traps and that mid-back area. But again, if you don't have this, any kind of close, kind of neutral grip will work well. What we're going to be doing is we're actually going to be doing kind of a partial range of motion mixed with a full range of motion. There's two ways to do it. Either you alternate the partial and the full range, or you do a bunch of partials into a bunch of full range. Really, you know, a dime a dozen, they both work great. They're good variations. So if you do one program one way, do the next program the next way. But what we're going to look for is I would be in my seated position, feet up on, I'll be holding the handle. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to be aiming at my full extension, let my shoulders go forward, and that stretches my mid-back. From there, I'm going to be driving my shoulders back with my mid-back muscles. Then I'll be driving my elbows behind me to really flex everything in the back. This helps me get all the muscles. In this position, what I want to do is I want to keep my arm bent kind of at this angle. That's going to hold my bicep in an isometric contraction. It's also going to kind of hold my lats in place. But I want to let my shoulders actually stretch forward. So that releases the mid-back muscles. But again, it kind of holds the biceps in place, holds that lat up here in place. And then from there, I'll drive back into that position. And then I can either do a bunch of partials where I let that come forward, squeeze, forward, squeeze, or I'll alternate. So once I drive the first one back, I'll do a partial range, then a full stretch. Squeeze, release the mid-back, squeeze, full stretch. So it's just a great way to get essentially kind of double the work on that mid-back musculature by letting the shoulders come forward but not the arms. And then so essentially you're getting double the work in the mid-back for every one repetition of bicep and kind of upper lat. So it's a really cool way to get that mid-back to kind of grow over time to catch up to the other more dominant back muscles. So I'll go ahead and show you a working set. I'm going to just do the alternating style. Okay, so get in position. So you can see I get a full squeeze, release the mid-back, squeeze, release, squeeze, squeeze, release, squeeze, squeeze, release, squeeze, squeeze, release. Cool. So pretty cool technique. It's a lot of fun. Works really well. It feels like somebody punched you in the middle of the back. It's fantastic. So typically I'll aim for somewhere between 15 to 30 seconds. So it's kind of like a heavier bodybuilding style movement. It's in a sense, what you can do is kind of find how many reps you can do with pretty clean form for about 20 seconds. The next time you do it, use the same weight, see if you can get an extra rep or two. Next time you do it, use the same weight, see if you can get an extra rep or two. And then maybe the third, fourth time or whatever, try to add 5 pounds or whatever your machine allows. But trying to stay within that 15 to 30 second range. If something's so heavy you can't get 15, it's too heavy. If you can do more than 30 seconds, it's too light. So just kind of adjust to stay within that range. Really cool option, a lot of fun. Clients always love it. So give this a try if you have not yet. And if you have any questions, email us at brutalirongym@gmail.com. And thank you for watching.